We'll call this meeting of the Craven County Board of Commissioners regular session for Monday, December the 2nd, 2024 to order. Madam Clerk, if you will, please call the roll.
Here.
Commissioner Howard.
Here.
Commissioner Hunt.
Here.
Commissioner Mark.
Here.
Commissioner Mitchell.
Here.
Vice Chairman Booker.
Here.
Chairman Jones.
Here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, please let's stand together as our county attorney, Mr. Eric Grady, will lead us in prayer. Then I ask you to remain standing after the prayer for the Pledge of Allegiance to the American flag.
Rise up, O Lord, and show us your compassion. Reveal your steadfast love in our lives this day, that our eyes would be open to your abiding presence with us and in all that the day sets before us. Be patient with us if we are slow to acknowledge and appreciate your guiding hand in our comings and goings. Be tolerant of us and grant us your wise counsel as we strive to be faithful in confronting the decisions facing us this season. Don't abandon us, but in your mercy, wait for us to come to you. Wait for us as we come to realize that nothing we do today is more important than opening our hearts to receive the grace you want to lavish on us. Nothing is more demanding of us than your command to share your love with those around us. That all would know of the justice and peace you desire to grant to your people. In your righteous name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I welcome each of you here this evening to the Board of Commissioners meeting, which is your meeting, and to those who may be viewing online, we welcome you also this evening. I would ask that for those of us in attendance, we would to please make sure that our phones are silenced so they wouldn't disrupt the meeting. We would appreciate it. Commissioners, you have before you your agenda packets. Are there any items you desire to add or pull from tonight's agenda?
I make an approval of the public agenda as is.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the agenda as presented. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passed. Item 1 under the agenda tonight is a public hearing on the no wake zone. I would ask at this time if our planning director, Mr. Chad Strong, would come up and make a few opening comments before we enter into the public hearing. Good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening. The purpose of the public hearing tonight is to receive comments regarding the proposed Merchants Boat Ramp No Wake Zone. The notice for this public hearing was published in the Sun Journal, posted at Merchant Store, and on our website. We also hand-delivered notices to property owners along the No Wake Zone area. Once the public hearing is held, the commissioners will then be asked to support a resolution that will then be forwarded to the North Carolina Wildlife Commission for final consideration. So at this time, I request the commissioners to open the public hearing for comment.
I make a motion to go into public hearing.
All right, we have the motion to open and a second to open the public hearing. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we're now in public hearing. Vice Chair Booker?
We have no one signed up who wanted to speak at the public hearing.
Okay. Is there anyone here that failed to sign up for the public hearing on the no wake zone? All right, hear no one that's in attendance. Do I have a motion that we close the public hearing?
Second.
I have a motion and a second to close the public hearing. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hear none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. All right, we will come back under departmental matters. Chad will come back for further discussion. All right, next we have our ABC board presentation. This evening we're honored to have with us Mr. Kenny Morris, who is our ABC board chairman. He's going to come and make a few remarks and to the board. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Chairman Jones, commissioners, appreciate the opportunity to be here tonight to speak to you on behalf of the Craven County ABC board, along with my associates on the ABC board, Commissioner Booker, Ed Hines, Guy Gregg, and Mayor Dred Mitchell from the great city of Cove City. Real quick, just want to give you a few highlights of the year for the ABC board. Yesterday, probably the big highlight is that we celebrated our 1-year anniversary of the opening of our Bridgeton store. It has been very successful and continues to trend upward. The longer we're in business, it's continuing to move forward. In addition to that, in early spring, we were able to open our new administrative office along with our new warehouse, which is also operating great. As most of you know, we've got an outstanding general manager in Paul Brown and assistant general manager in Brooke Saylor. They do a great job, and I'd just like to say in front of the board that we couldn't do it without them. And Melanie, our financial officer, chief financial officer, does a great job as well. So on behalf of the board, we'd like to say a special thank you to all y'all. Just to give you a quick encapsulation of what we accomplished this year, we had a 6% increase, 6.2 actually % increase in revenue over last year, for a total revenue of $17.7 million. We're certainly happy with that progress. We certainly like to duplicate those efforts in the next fiscal year. Hopefully that will come true. We, as y'all are probably all aware, we moved from the alcohol law enforcement officers maintaining security at our facilities to Sheriff Hughes and his outstanding staff at Craven County Sheriff's Office, and they do a great job. Lieutenant Sawyer, who's our liaison with the Sheriff's Office, does a fantastic job for us, and he's at every meeting and briefs us on what's going on. As you know, that part of our obligation under state statute is that we have to donate money to alcohol rehabilitation and educational efforts. And the one thing I really like to point out is the fact that we have contributed $35,000 in grant money for DARE projects throughout Craven County school systems, which has supported a lot of different programs for a lot of different schools, and especially a summer program that we're quite proud of, that Sheriff Hughes certainly helps contribute to as well. Again, with Paul's help and with Brooke's help, the stores, we try to maintain our facilities to the highest standards, make sure that we have safe and secure shopping experience, and deliver the best customer service we can to the folks of Craven County. So the main reason we're here tonight, which is why y'all are probably more excited to get this news than the balance of what I'm saying here, is that during the course of the year, obviously the Craven County receives a portion of the proceeds from the bottle tax that is charged for each bottle of alcohol that is sold in Craven County. For the year, the total bottle tax collected, the county share of the bottle tax collected is right at $1,040,000. We have the balance of that proceeds. Some of those proceeds have been advanced to the county. We're delivering a check to the county tonight for $630,000 for the balance of what is left over from that tax. I will be passing that check on to the county manager here in just a minute or two. And then in addition to that, we also transitioned or transferred the former warehouse for the ABC board on Martin Drive. That building was valued at $650,000, and I believe the Craven County maintenance, some of that maintenance crew is now occupying that facility. So we're glad the county got some usefulness out of that. So glad to be able to do that for the county. So having said all that, again, I'm proud and I appreciate your support in appointing me chairman back in July. It's been it's been a good experience, and continues to be a good experience, and I look forward to working with all of y'all in the future, and hopefully we'll have as good a news to share with you in 2025 as we have this year. So I will love to entertain any questions that y'all might have as a board.
All right, I'll defer to Vice Chair Booker first, since he sits on that board.
Well, I don't have any questions. Serving on that board has been a pleasure, and I totally agree that your three key people sitting here tonight are doing an outstanding job. And I think the one thing that we've done in the last year or two is remodel every store. And now they're all done. They're all remodeled. They all look great. So, hats off to Paul and to Brooke for your work doing that. And let's just keep it rolling.
And now we'll add this in to Commissioner's comments, is that we've got great staff at the stores, and they do an outstanding job, and we're proud to have them there working for us. So,
All right, any other questions from the board? If not, Kenny, we thank you for your presentation tonight, and again, thank you for your board and what they do.
thank you, Chairman Jones. Appreciate it.
Pass that on to staff. Be fine. All right, item 3 this evening is the petition of citizens for agenda topics. Vice Chair Booker, do we have anyone signed up?
Nobody signed up.
Okay. All right, then we'll go to item 4, the consent agenda. Commissioners, you have under your consent agenda the minutes of the November 18th, 2024 regular session, tax releases and refunds. Recreation has a Craven County Community Foundation grant budget amendment. Under Recreation, we had the Twin Rivers Little League softball donation budget amendment. Under Recreation, we have the International Paper Foundation grant budget amendment, and then the Military Service Person of the Quarter resolution. Are there any consent agenda items you desire to pull?
So moved as is.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda as presented. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, if you will, please call the roll.
Commissioner Smith,
Yes.
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Commissioner Hunt,
Yes.
Commissioner Mark,
Yes.
Commissioner Mitchell,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bucher,
Yes.
and Chairman Jones.
Yes, motion passed. Thank you. All right, item 5, the reorganization of our board. At this time, I'm going to turn the floor over to our county attorney, Mr. Eric Grady.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, thank you. As the board's aware, the first meeting in December, we go through the board reorganization process, which primarily consists of 2 items: the election of a new chair to serve until next December, and also the election of a new vice chair to serve until next December. As your bylaws provide, I will preside over this portion of the meeting, as we've done in past years, and as the agenda packet outlines. I will open the floor for nominations for chairman. Nominations can, just like we normally do, you can nominate any fellow commissioner. Then I will ask for a motion, second, discussion, and vote to close the nominations. Then, depending on the number of nominations, we'll take the next step. So any questions from the board before we jump in? All right, great. So with that, I will open the floor for nominations for chairman of the Craven County Board of Commissioners.
County attorney, I'd like to nominate Dennis Booker.
I'd like to second that.
Okay. Any further nominations? And I would ask for a motion to close the nominations.
So moved.
Is there a second? Any discussion on the motion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Since there is only one nomination, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll, and you can simply vote yes, which will be to support Mr. Booker as chair, or no if you don't want to vote for him. So, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Bucher,
Yes.
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Commissioner Hunt,
Yes.
Commissioner Jones,
Yes.
Commissioner Mark,
Yes.
Commissioner Mitchell,
Yes.
Commissioner Smith.
Yes.
Okay. New Mr. Chairman, the next item is for your oath to be administered, and then we'll move along to the election of the vice chair.
I may not be back.
Mr. Chair, you can either preside over the election of the vice chair, although we have been in the habit to let me continue
I'd
rolling.
like you to continue.
Okay, thank you. Commissioners will follow the same process for vice chairs we did just now for chair, and with that, I will open the floor for nominations for the position of vice chairman of the Craven County Board of
I
Commissioners.
recommend Jason Jones.
Jason Jones.
Second motion.
Okay, it appears there are no further nominations, so if I could have a motion to close the nominations.
Motion to close the nominations.
Is there a second? And all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And with there being one nomination, I will ask the clerk to call the roll, and each commissioner can vote yes or no. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Commissioner Hunt,
Yes.
Commissioner Jones,
Yes.
Commissioner Mark,
Yes.
Commissioner Mitchell,
Yes.
Commissioner Smith,
Yes.
Chairman Bucher.
Yes.
Gentlemen, congratulations. I'll turn the meeting back over to you, Mr. Chair, for the oath of office for the new vice chair.
I'm gonna go do it real quick. Miss B, do you mind going with me?
Be happy to.
Jason Jones, solemnly swear that you will support and maintain the Constitution and laws of the United States and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina, not inconsistent therewith, and you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Vice Chairman of the Craven County Board of Commissioners. You, Jason Jones, faithfully and truly, to the best of your skill and ability, execute the duties of the office of Vice Chairman of the Craven County Board of Commissioners, so help you God.
Okay, board, we're going to take a 5-minute recess while we get reorganized here. establish 2025 meeting dates, times, and locations. And you should have in your packet a list of those dates and times. So what's the pleasure of the board?
I would like to see it remain the same.
Anybody have any, anybody want to make a motion that we approve these?
Move to approve.
Okay. Is there any,
Second the motion.
thank you. Is there any discussion on these dates? Any changes you want to make, or they all look okay?
I have a question,
Okay.
Chairman. The March 3rd meeting during the NACO Legislative Conference, several members of this board normally attend that.
I believe there are going to be too many of us to have a quorum here. Yeah, so we'll either move that meeting to another date, or we'll cancel it, depending on what our workload looks like at that time.
Thank you, Mr.
If
Chairman.
it's a light workload, we'll just move it to the next meeting. So move the 3rd, just have a meeting on the 17th that month.
Okay.
So, okay? So, any other questions? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, ayes have it. Item number 7, consider appointments of commissioners to boards and committees. I would like to table this one, and that'll give me an opportunity to speak to each one of you and talk about the boards you're now on and see if you want to.
I make a motion to approve that.
Okay?
Second.
So we'll table it until the next meeting. Item number, I'm sorry.
I think you need to have a vote on that motion.
Okay,
if you
I'm
would.
sorry. We need a vote. A vote on tabling it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tom voted to table it. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Okay. Number 7 is considering the appointments to boards and committees. We'll move on from that one and look at departmental matters. Item number 8 is the planning no wake zone. So we had our public hearing, and now Chad is going to come and tell us where we go next.
Yes, sir. Now that we have held the public hearing, I'm before you to answer any questions that you may have regarding the no wake zone resolution of support. If there are no questions, then I would request the board to adopt the resolution of support with an effective date of December the 2nd, 2024. I think Robbie's got the map pulled up, just showing the area of that no wake zone, just in case you had any questions about the map that will be attached with the resolution that will be sent to the Wildlife Resource Commission. So if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Anybody have any questions?
I make a motion to approve as is.
Okay, have a motion to approve and a second. Okay. I will just add that I did speak to at least one member who lives along the wake zone, and he was beyond excited to have that wake zone enacted. So I haven't heard anything negative, so I think it'll be well received. Do I need a roll call on that? I don't, do I, Jack? Okay, so all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the ayes have it. We have a wake zone, no wake zone.
Yeah, what will happen next is I'll send this resolution to the Wildlife Resources Commission. They're going to have it at their board meeting on Thursday. And then after that, if it's approved, then about 120 days, we'll have buoys in the water.
Okay, very good. Thanks, Chad.
Thank you.
Item number 9 is appointments. As you can see, board, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pending appointments that will be coming up in the future. The Child Protection Team, Community Child Protection Team, Craven Aging Planning Board, Craven County Clean Sweep Committee, Craven County Planning Board, Emergency Medical Services, Highway 70 Corridor Committee, Juvenile Crime Prevention Council, Vanceboro Craven County Library, and Volunteer Agricultural District. So take note of those and be prepared when we come to our next meeting to discuss those. Under current, we have First one is the Craven County Health Board. Ms. Keola Perry does not seek reappointment. I've been, yes,
Mr. Chairman, I would ask that we defer this appointment to our next meeting, please.
okay. Any objections to that? Okay. We will defer that one to the next meeting. Firemen's Relief Fund Board. Stuart Blount seeks reappointment at Township 8, West New Bern. Do I have a nomination for Mr. Blount?
I'll nominate him.
Okay, and by affirmation, any other nominations for that spot? Okay, by acclamation, Mr. Blount will be reappointed. The second one is Roy McCoy, Township 3, Cove City Fire.
Mr. Chairman, I nominate Mr. McCoy.
Are there any other nominations for that spot? Okay, no other nominations. By acclamation, Mr. McCoy will be reappointed. As you can see under upcoming, we've got Charisma. That's the way you say that? Not charisma. Not charisma. Charisma.
Okay.
That is the landfill. Okay? So we got a spot there. We got the Craven County Regional Airport Authority, Juvenile Crime Prevention Council, and Agricultural District Advisory Board. So those will be coming up in the future. Item number 10 is the county attorney's report.
No report.
Really?
It's a holiday treat for your new chairman.
Thank you. Thank you. Very good. Petition of citizens. Who'd like to go first?
All right, on the petition of citizens, general topics, Mr. Chairman, we have Mr. Ray Griffin this afternoon.
Okay, Mr. Griffin.
I just want to take a minute and appreciate you guys, a Merry Christmas. And nothing really to report, but I just want to let you know we appreciate what you're doing. We appreciate the 10 Commandments, and we appreciate the In God We Trust, and appreciate the new commissioner there, and hope we can work with you. And we have thought with the school boards, which are going to change next week, the 17th, I think you have a meeting of the new school board. But we have had some good results on putting 10 Commandments back into the schools. We've hit several counties and going around, and we've been talking it up. So we appreciate all your help. More than anything, I just want to say that I appreciate your help and thank you for what you've done and putting up the In God We Trust and Pamlico County's In God We Trust. We're working. I don't have it in Jones County, but we're working on that. But yeah, I just want to say Merry Christmas, and y'all keep up good work, and God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Griffin. I forgot to tell him we only have 3 minutes. Okay. That was the only one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. County managers report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations to both you and Vice Chairman Jones. I feel like I owe Jason an ear after the last few years of talking to him being chairman, but I appreciate all his support and all the hard work he put on behalf of this board and the county. Last week was, of course, Thanksgiving. I hope everyone had a great one. Before that, I did attend an REI meeting the week before. Jennifer Dacey, who's here tonight, spoke at that on a panel. Very good instructional information about programs that are out there that are getting toward the educational side of the opioid crisis, right? How can these things be developed and worked into curriculums or other programs that are successful in other counties? There was this was, I think, the second in the series there. It was a great presentation. They did a great job. Also, at that meeting, REI kicked off the 9-county multidisciplinary study of the gaps and needs assessment about what resources are here and what resources are not. All 9 counties have signed on to that. It's kicking off, I think, tomorrow, and it'll last for 3 or 4 months with the final product being presented to this board along with the other counties to share that with you. So that's my update, sir, unless you have questions for me.
Do I have any questions for the county manager? No. Okay. Next item, number 13, will be commissioners' reports. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
On a good note, I went to a parade yesterday at Fairfield Harbor. We were celebrating Christmas. It was well attended and went over very well. On a bad note, and I've discussed this before, and that is our picking up of garbage. It's getting to the point, in my area anyway, that the garbage is supposed to be picked up on a Monday morning. The average time it gets picked up now is on a Tuesday morning, at the same time that the receptacles go out for, which is not right. And I've spoke to the people, we've had them in here, but we've got to do something about this as a commission. I know it's, the garbage people, it's become a monopoly with them, but they did raise the fee to $72 and still not provide the service that we should be getting. And something's got to be done.
Okay, thank you. Who's next? Ms. Smith?
Anything tonight, thank you.
No report, okay.
No report
No
tonight.
report?
Report. Just note, recently, November 25th, Monday, we had a town hall, at Township 6 Fire Department. Had some school board officials show up for transportation, a few engineers, the citizens for update discussion on several critical issues affecting Craven County. Below, I have a quick summary. Sheriff showed up, provided an encouraging report on the state of public safety in Craven County, highlighting the following: a decline in opioid drug overdoses and deaths. The county has seen a significant decrease in opioid-related overdoses year to year. The progress stems from a strong partnership between the Sheriff's Department, the county, and the Craven County Opioid Task Force, which has implemented targeted prevention, treatment, and enforcement. The sheriff discussed call volume. I won't go into that detail. We also discussed bus safety initiatives. Some people passing buses in our neighborhood has kind of been an issue which the school board is aware of, and the Sheriff's Department's also aware of. Both have been tackling that issue. Next, we had DOT projects and updates with Cadmus Capehart. We actually started with that. I'm not going into perfect order. He came and talked about some delays in James City, the James City and Havelock bypass. Most interested to our citizens were the Havelock bypass and Project C. They had a lot of citizens attending, offered insights and recommendations, of course. Sometimes that was constructive, sometimes maybe more complaining, but that's what the town hall is for. After that, we pretty much had a listening session and talked about some local issues. But it was a well-attended town hall. I'd like to thank the sheriff for showing up, Chad Strong for arranging Cadmus Capehart with DOT come out and discuss the bypass delay, which is almost a year in delay for Havelock. So citizens in my district were very interested to hear about that and hear the reasons behind it. So thank you, Chairman.
Question. How long was it? The town hall?
It lasted about 2 hours, close to 2 hours. You know when the sheriff starts talking. I'm just kidding.
Commissioner Mitchell.
It was more the DOT this time.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. To continue on the comments over the delays over 70 becoming 42, we received an update from that at the MPO meeting last weekend, or last week. It has now been pushed further, looking closer to 2028, and the issue is not suppliers, it is workforce. Balfour Beatty cannot hire enough people to work on the project to keep it on its timeline. That's upsetting, to say the least. So to the citizens, we apologize. It is not the fault of the contractor. They can't make people come to work and be hired with it. And I'll also follow along with what Commissioner Mark said in terms of trash pickup. Over the last 2.5 months, it has become the exception rather than the rule when trash gets picked up in my neighborhood on my route, as is supposed to. With it, same thing for the recycling. That is in no way a slam over the county staff and Mr. Astor. When I call, everything moves quickly, but with it, and I apologize for disturbing the county manager, the assistant manager, Stephen Astor, on the weekends to get the trash people out there, but it probably happens 2 to 3 weekends out of 4. After the holidays are over, I sure would like to have a face-to-face meeting with the commissioners and the trash people with it. It's gone from ET, what's the issue, to ET, why can't you solve it?
Right.
With it, and it's,
Exactly.
yeah, it's a problem. Other than that, I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope everybody has a blessed and safe holiday season, and remember to count your blessings.
Vice Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just want to remind our board and the citizens, Coach City will have our Christmas parade next Sunday, December the 8th. Abigail, 3 o'clock, I think, 3 o'clock. So we invite everyone to come out and participate in that. So thank you, sir.
Thank you. First thing I want to say is thank you to the board for supporting me as chairman. I will do my best, but I will tell you that 3 years of excellent leadership by Chairman Jones is going to be tough to match. And so, Jason, thank you so much for the last 3 years. Your leadership has been great. Let's just say that, and I'm sure everybody here would agree with that. So, anybody have anything else?
I'll just add, I will, the same thing, just to echo what you're saying. 3 years is a lot to ask of anybody,
Yep.
particularly someone who's busy as Jason with farming and family. And I appreciate you taking your time, particularly this last year. It's been kind of tough, but in coming through that. So thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Ms. Smith?
Yes, I would like to ditto what Mr. Howard said about Jason. I think he's done a phenomenal job. And to Mr. Booker, I will say to you what my little 4-year-old nephew says, you can do it.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else have any comments? With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We're